Jesus has called the 12 together. He gave them power and authority to drive out all demons and cure disease, and he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. He told them, take nothing for the journey, no step, no bag, no bread, no money, no extra shirt. Whoever house you enter, stay there until you leave that town. If people do not welcome you, leave their town and shake the dust of your feet as a testimony against them. So they set out and went from village to village, proclaimed the good news and healing people everywhere. Now Herod the Tetrarch heard about all that was going on, and he was perplexed because some were saying that John has been raised from the dead. Others that Isaiah has a preaching, and still other that one of the prophets of long ago has come back to life. Now Herod say, I beheaded John. Who then is this? I hear such thing about, and he tried to see him. The apostles returned there reported to Jesus what there has gone. Then he took them with him and there withdrew by themselves to town called Bethsaida. But crowd learned about it and followed him. He welcomed them and spoke to them about the kingdom of God, and healed those who needed healing. Late in afternoon, the 12 came to him and saying, send two clouds away so they can go to the surrounding village and countryside and found food, lodging, because we are in a remote place here. He replied, you give them something to eat. They answered, we have only 5 loaves of bread and two fish, unless we go and buy food for all this crowd. About 5,000 men were there. But he said to his disciples, have them sit down in groups of about 50 each. The disciples did so, and everyone sat down, taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven. He gave them thanks and broke them. Then he gave them to the disciples to distribute to the people. They all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. Once when Jesus was praying in private, and his disciples were with him, he asked them, who do the crowd say so I am? They replied, some say John the Baptist, others say Isaiah, and still another that one of the prophets of long ago has come back to life. But what about you? He asked him, who do you say I am? Peter answered, God's Messiah. Jesus strictly word them not to tell this to anyone. And he said, the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the either the chief priest, priest and the teacher of the law, and he must be killed, and on the 3 day be raised to life. Then he said to them all, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take off their clothes daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it. What good is for someone to gain to the whole world, and yet lose or forfeit their very self? Whoever is ashamed of me and my word, the Son of Man will be ashamed of them when he come in his glory and in the glory of the Father and of the holy angel. Truly I tell you, some who are standing here will not testify that before they see the kingdom of God. About 8 days after Jesus said this, he took Peter, John, and James with him and went up on the mountain to pray. As he was praying, the appearance of his face changed, and his clothes became as bright as the flash of the lightning. Two men, Moses and Isaiah, preached in glorious splendor, talking with Jesus. They spoke about his departure, which he was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. Peter and his companion were very sleepy, but were there become purely awake. There say his glory and his two men standing with him. As the men were leaving Jesus, Peter said to him, Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, one for Isaiah. He did not know what he was saying. While he was speaking, a shoot approached and covered them, and there were a fear as they entered the cloud. A voice came from the cloud, saying, This is my son, whom I have chosen. Listen to him. When the voice had spoken, they found that Jesus was alone. The disciples kept this to themselves and did not tell anyone at that time what they had seen. The next day, when they came down from the mountain, a large crowd met him. A man in the cloud called out, Teacher, I beg you to look at my son, for he is my only child. A spirit seized him, and he suddenly screamed, and it threw him into convulsion so that he foamed at the mouth. It scarcely either ever leave him, and it is destroying him. I begging your disciple to drive it out, but they could not. Your unbelieving and persevere generation, Jesus replied, How long shall I stay with you and put up with your bring your son here? Even while the boy was coming, the demon drew him to ground in a conversion. But Jesus rebuked the impure spirit, healed the boy, and gave him back to his father. And they were amazed at the greatness of God. While everyone was marveling at all that Jesus did, he said to his disciples, "Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Son of Man is going to be delivered into the hand of men." But they did not understand what this meant. It was hidden from them, so that they did not close it, and they were afraid to ask him about it. An argument started among the disciples as to which of them would be the greatest. Jesus, knowing their true thought, took a little child and him has him stand beside him. Then he said to them, "Whoever welcomes this little child in my name, welcome me, and whoever welcomes me, welcome to one who sent me. For it is the one who is least among you all who is the greatest." Master said, "John, we saw someone driving out demon in your name, and we tried to stop him because he is not one of us. Do not stop him." Jesus said, "For whoever is not against you, it is for you." As the time approached for him to be taken up to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem, and he sent messenger on ahead who went into a Samaritan village to get things ready for him. But the people there did not welcome him because he was heading for Jerusalem. As the time approached for him to be taken up to heaven, Jesus resolutely set out for Jerusalem, and he sent messenger on ahead who went into a Samaritan village to get things ready for him. But the people there did not welcome him because he was heading for Jerusalem. When the disciples James and John saw this, they asked, because but the people there did not welcome him because he was heading for Jerusalem. When the disciples James and John saw this, they were asking for Lord, asked, "Lord, do you want us to call fire down from heaven to destroy them?" But Jesus turned it and rebuked them. Then his disciples went to another village. As they were walking along the road, a man said to him, "I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus replied, "Fox has dens and bird has nest, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." He said to another man, "Follow me." But replied, "Lord, first let me go and bury my father." Jesus said to him, "Let the dead bury their own dead, but you go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Still another said, "I will follow you, Lord, but first let me go back and say goodbye to my family." Jesus replied, "No one who put a hand to the plow and look back it fit for survives in the kingdom of God.